What's going on, everybody? How's it hanging out there in the YouTube world? Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. We've got a few people up here in the chat already. Hopefully, okay. Perfect. I just had to check and make sure that I had some audio that was working, and it is. So things are good. Let me let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. All right. So we got a Zach stuff in the house. Let's see here. We got a Johnny Q up in here and a Zach stuff. Louie, Ground Fog, Will B, Crispy Critter, Dang Ross. Hello, hello. William Lenderman. What up? The unsupervised. Yes. Nuts for Knives 20. What up? CK. How you doing tonight, sir? Nick Martino's in the house. Uh yeah. So thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. We are yeah, just we're going to take a look at several different things. I got some stuff to talk about and some things to look at. Ed Harrison, how you doing, sir? I figured it would just be easier to do the old top down since I have to read comments and stuff as well. So, doing things a little differently since I don't have I'm unsupervised and don't have any backup. And I don't know how many of you guys were on the live stream last night. We did a little anodizing last night, and I actually have a knife to reassemble after anodizing. So I figured we could do that, and hopefully it turns out cool. I don't know. I actually ended up changing the color after I turned the camera off last night. So you guys haven't seen it yet, but we'll put it together and see how it works and see what's going on. So how's everybody doing this evening? Oh shit, Grateful Panic's in the house. Louie, look at all these guys. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Sunday evening. We got Knife Nut 69. Pivot heads, huh? Nice. So earlier today, I'm sure a lot of you were already on the live stream earlier, but Zach did a live stream and was showing off and talking about a bunch of Benchmade knives. He had like a Benchmade themed live stream. And, I have a handful of Benchmades as well, nowhere near on the level of one Mr. Zach, the old Zach stuff. But I do have a few, and I have a couple laying around. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, can't forget the old Rift. So, I got a decent little selection of some Benchmades. Ooh, I got a couple more actually that are sitting here somewhat kind of handy. Got a full size Adamus. You know, there's a decent selection of Benchmades right here. Certainly missing a few, but enough that yeah. Is that all I have laying here? Ooh, no, it isn't. I also have another bug out laying here. This is the standard 535, but with Flightanium scales, and this is the one I actually swapped the colors around off of this aluminum, put the red on the blue, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Just to let you guys know, we do have a bunch of Flightanium scales in stock for bug outs, 940s. I think we got some scales for like mini Crooked Rivers as well, which I do not have either of my Crooked Rivers out here at the moment. But definitely have one or two Benchmades hanging here on the desk at the moment. So figured since Zach was all about the Benchmades earlier today, stream is blurry. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the stream being blurry. Um, there's not much I can do about that, I don't think, at the moment, but hopefully that clears up. I also can't do anything about the fact that Amazon just pulled in my driveway, and I'm a little bit blown away that Amazon is delivering at my house at 7 p.m. on a Sunday evening, which is kind of crazy. But I got the notification earlier that Amazon was going to be delivering, and yeah, so I knew this was going to happen. The dogs were going to go ape shit, and I don't know if you guys can hear the dogs barking or not, but yeah, we'll just have to work through it. So I'm going to move some of these knives off of the table here, or out of view, I should say, and we'll get into this knife that I did some anodizing on yesterday, or last night, I should say. We anodized some parts for a few people, and I ended up going, oh boy, look at this. Old Zach stuff just gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Mr. Zach. We greatly appreciate it. Who got the clean my lens? Yeah, I wish I could, Johnny. I don't know why. I can assure you it's not the lens. The lens is fine. If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess it's my shitty internet. But we deliver until 10. I was told you have some sort of mod for the Griptilian pivots. Uh, I don't know what mod you're referring to, other than the pivot toolkit for Benchmades and Hogues and whatnot. I certainly have those. So if you're going to do some work on a Benchmade or Hogue or any other kind of Axis style knife, then you could use this pivot toolkit here, and it'll make your life a lot easier. I was trying to see who got gifted the membership, but I don't see it in here. I don't know. Weird. Oh, actually, I did find it. There it is. Knife Nut 69 was gifted the membership. So thank you so much, Zach, for doing that. That is very, very kind of you, sir. But let's go ahead, and we're going to. So this particular knife, I anodized this knife last night, and we did it in green. Uh, but I didn't do both scales the exact same way, and I wasn't real pumped on the green, but I thought this kind of gold would look cool, and so we'll see what it's like. If it doesn't turn out great, we'll switch it up. Not a big deal. But for right now, I still got some water in there. Let me grab some parts and pieces. Ooh. Let's see. We'll get this thing put together real quick and take a little gander and see. Ooh. That is, I think. Huh. could have swore that those were the correct screws for that, but maybe not. Man, the dogs are out there just going crazy. Yeah, we've got all sorts of different screws here. Huh. Interesting. So apparently these screws are one size on one side of the knife and a different size on the other side of the knife, which that is very interesting. Yeah, weird. I expected all of those to be the same for the inlays on both sides, but they are most certainly not. All right. So there's one inlay in, and then I think that's going to be our, yeah, that must be the screw for the lock bar insert. So this particular knife right here, this is the Tucson TS 306. Pretty cool knife. Coming in M398 blade steel. I just opened this one the other day. Haven't gotten any Tucsons for quite some time, but this one looked pretty cool, so I figured I would check it out. And you know, who doesn't like some M398, right? Okay. Now, let's see what we got going on here in the chat. Oh, I need to scroll down. So I saw Grateful Panic put a comment in there saying something about Johnny Q's band has a YouTube channel. Am I building a new dildo? Not building dildos tonight. You know, uh, Molly's out of town, so you know wouldn't be much of a reason for that. Uh, I don't know. Is she in here? I'm pretty confident that her and my daughter are sitting in an airport right at the moment. All right. Brasher Beer, what's going on, man? Nick, you said you've been looking at the M398 or the Rex 76 Mule. I've got the M398 Mule right here. I haven't really done much with it. I've only had it, or well, I just opened it last week actually on the live, and I got this one with the stock Spyderco G10 scales and the little Spyderco leather sheath. Pretty cool. The mules are pretty awesome. I dig them, and they're a pretty cheap way to check out some really interesting steels. Gonna have to use some slick 'em all. You guys know the deal. Last night we were talking about a little slick 'em all. Zach and I were, and yeah, This stuff has been exceeding my expectations. It works incredibly well. So if you guys have not tried out the Slick 'em All, highly recommend it. It is definitely good stuff. Let's see if I'll get some pushed out into the applicator here. There we go. Yeah, the Slick 'em All, uh, like I said, it just has definitely been exceeding my expectations because it works so well. I definitely super impressed with how this stuff is, and it's great on all knives, not just bearing knives or washer knives, but on bearings, washers, on the detent ball and detent path. Really fantastic. So, obviously I'm a little biased, but talk to anybody else that's tried some out, and there's been several people telling me that they've used it for various other things besides just knives. So this thing's got a little detent ramp. Can't go wrong with that. All right. Get the washer put down there. Okay. I got oil on my hands. Gonna leave fingerprints all over this, but that's okay. They'll clean off. I'll wipe off this pivot collar here. Mark Herrera, how's it going? Mark Vickers, hello, hello. Blaze Burgers in the house. CK, the I assume that you're talking about Slick 'em All, asking if it can be used on humans. Uh, I would not recommend ingesting it. I don't foresee that it's toxic, although that has not been tested. So, I don't recommend eating it. But it's not. There's nothing in it that's toxic that's going to hurt you or anything like that. Like just getting it on your hands and what have you. So definitely leaving fingerprints all over this gold anno, but that's fine. All right, what do you guys think? You digging the gold anno with the carbon fiber? Pivot's way too tight. I can already tell that. Might as well just get it all fingerprinted up. Yeah, turns into like a bronze look once you get it all fingerprinted. But the lighting in here isn't great for anodizing. Natural light is definitely what you want. But this knife is pretty freaking cool. I like the grip on this thing is incredibly comfortable. Action is fantastic. And the blade grind is really well done. It's got a really, really nice stone wash on the blade, which is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with that. Oop. There we go. Sweet. So there you go. There's a little Tucson knife with M398. We'll have to dig into that thing just for a little size comparison. Here it is with the Benchmade Rift. And here it is with my Liangma KUF 4.0. So you can see it's not a small knife by any stretch of the imagination. For those that maybe aren't so familiar with those two models, here is the bug out. So quite a bit bigger than the bug out. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this one. I'll probably do some testing with this pretty quickly, just because I'm kind of curious about the blade and the heat treat and whatnot, and how well it's going to perform. So I don't know if I'll. Oop, I'm losing it here. I don't know if I'll leave it this color or not. It fingerprints pretty bad, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. Kind of digging it. I like the carbon fiber windows in there. So yeah. HRC test the. Do I have the files in here? I don't think I have the files in here, honestly. We could do that though. I'm pretty sure they're in the other room. So I could definitely do that. There's a few other things I want to check out. So if we have time, I'll grab the files and we'll see what it looks like. Okay. So one thing that I wanted to show off tonight, which I don't know if I haven't paid any attention at all to see if anybody has posted a video on this yet. But real quick, I'm going to use my 943 because I've got a box inside of a box. Okay. So I'm going to open this box right here. You can see we got a 12-inch by 9-inch by 6-inch box. So let's take a little gander at what we've got in here. All right. So I don't know how well you guys can see that or not, if that's showing up, but let's see here. Let's grab one of these right here, and then let's grab one of these. I'm only going to open up two of these just because. But you guys probably already know what this is. But these are the brand new Jack Wolfs. And yeah, let's take a gander at them. This is the Venom Jack, which I'm really pumped to check these out. Set this box over here real quick. Right on. Okay. So here is the new artwork on the Venom Jack. Looks pretty cool. So we got a snake head here with Jack Wolf like fighting the snake, which is pretty awesome. Very, very cool. All right. And here is the Pog for the new Venom Jack. Very awesome. So, if anybody wants to pre order the Venom Jack, you guys know that you can email us at info@ocdforedc.com, and you guys could pre-order and get your own, whichever colorway you want. But here is the new sticker right there. Very, very cool. Of course, you get the Jack Wolf leather slip and a pog and the microfiber cloth. Let's open this one too. So these are both two different colorways. I'm going to leave the rest of the stuff in the can. All right. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, shit. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to show that one up real close and personal because there is some beautiful color going on in that old girl. But this is a brand new colorway on the cleaning cloth, the blue, which is super cool with the Jack Wolf Knives logo in the cleaning cloth. Very, very cool. And let's check out this guy here. All right. So the first one that I opened up, this is called Mars Valley Fat Carbon. And this one right here is called Camo Carbon Timascus. So let's check this one out real quick. So Camo Carbon Timascus. Come on. There you go. Very, very cool. Absolutely beautiful. Blade centering is spot on. Really cool handle shape here. Uh-oh. Check out the Warncliffe blade on this old girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing's excellent. Boy, the grind on that hollow grind is vicious on this thing. Absolutely vicious. Let me wipe my fingerprints off of here. Yeah. Boy, that thing's beautiful. The color here, it's kind of like a reddish orange color. It's really cool looking. Definitely. And just I mean the quality of the fat carbon is spectacular. Just like everything, I mean you can see the light shining off of that old girl. All the Jack Wolf stuff, I mean fit and finish is fantastic. Super snappy, really excellent back springs. Yeah, that one's a cool one. And that Warncliffe blade, I mean, I don't know if you can see where that blade comes to, but they got all the blade in there that they could get. That was for damn sure. Now let's check out the Mars Valley. Now this one is blue fat carbon but it also has purple in it. So it's like blue. It's a couple different shades of blue and purple. It's really hard to see in this light or on camera, but yeah, it's beautiful in person. So the blue and purple, absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, very very cool. Just look at how much that shines. Crazy. Cannot go wrong with the fat carbon. I have a feeling that the Mars Valley, well, probably both of these models are gonna sell out immediately. So if you want to pick up one of these and get it in the right colorway, I would uh, I would suggest send us an email. But man, that hollow grind on there is so freaking awesome. They are just yeah. I'm gonna just check it out real quick and see what we're working with behind the edge. About 13 thousandths behind the edge, 12 maybe. I started to come off there. I'm gonna call it 13 thou behind the edge on just an absolutely gorgeous hollow grind. Yeah, you cannot beat that. The cutting performance. I mean, that tip, that thing comes down to just an absolute scalpel of a tip. And boy, that thing is just going to be nasty. So if you're looking for a really good performer and you want to pick one up for Christmas, we'll get them. I think these go live on. I'll have to look at the old handy dandy calendar. December 16th is my guess. So we'll have enough time to get these things shipped out to you before the holidays, which is awesome. And yeah, you guys want to pick one up, you know the deal. Send an email, info@ocd4edc.com, and Molly will get you squared away. So, what do you guys think about? Is the picture bad still? I don't. That sucks if it is, but I'm gonna see if I can see if I can see here what it looks like on my end. I mean, on my computer screen, it looks great, but well, you guys tell me in it was great traveling home, Bo. Um, yeah, you guys tell me when the screen clears up, and then I'll show these again. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know why it's so freaking shitty. Huh. On my side of the deal, it says that I have an excellent connection and everything is working well, but obviously that's not the case. All I can do is go by what it tells me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I saw Mrs. OCD in the house here. And so she's sitting in the airport down in Dallas, Fort Worth, right at the moment, and getting ready to fly back home. And are some of the blood money CMEs redder than others? Yes, Mimo, for sure. If you order a blood money CME and you want it to be more red or more green or whatever, just put that in the notes, and then we'll pick one out that has more red or more green or whatever. but definitely there is uh, differences in them for sure. Blurry in and out, or maybe it's blurry in and out. Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, all I can do is tell you that. I mean, I saw that the it's all blurry, but like I said, it's not my camera. My camera is excellent. I can see my camera on my screen, but on I've got two screens, and the one on my left has got the actual stream, or the I'm sorry, the actual picture and stuff that's being uploaded to the stream, and then on my screen on the right, I've got YouTube pulled up, and YouTube's telling me I have an excellent connection and everything is working as it should. Uh, and I don't think there's anything I can do to help it, unless somebody knows something I don't know. Molly says refresh. I mean, I can try it if you guys want me to refresh it. I can try it and see what happens. You want me to do that? I'll leave it up to you guys. Ed Harrison says it's all good. Just roll with it. But you guys tell me if you want me to refresh it. I can. Um, right on. So Nick Martino says that he's all good as well. Yeah, and I mean, there's just not much I can do about it other than trying to refresh it. So, I mean, that's really the only thing I can do. I mean, I can see that it's blurry, but it's telling me it's got a great connection. So I don't know. Pretty crazy, huh? So Kyle says that he doesn't care. He just likes to complain and blame Molly. I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's good to just blame her for it. It's all good. Hey, we got a big red sighting. Look at that. JB's in the house. We got a Kyle and a Mimo and a crispy critter and yeah, a brand new American, Dwayne Letterman, all sorts of folks up in here. So, uh, yeah, you guys let me know if the stream clears up. Chuck it, what up, my man? If the stream clears up, then I'll do another, close up with the Jack Wolves. So hopefully you guys can see them because they are quite beautiful. But let me move these cans out of the way. I'll just set this over here for right now. We also have got some new clip slips in stock from a local guy out in Oregon. look at Mrs. OCD getting all butthurt in the airport. She says she's given us the fix, but nobody wants to take her up on it. I mean, I'll hit refresh if you guys want me to. You guys tell me. It's not going to hurt my feelings any, but your screen's going to go blank for a few seconds if I do that. So, GP says we hate you too. I love it. You can feel the love. Ordered a red/gray slip from Troy for the Venom Jack. Need to decide on Mars or gold. Right on. Um, yeah, so here, check this out. No, Nick, it would not end the live. Okay. So here is one of the new clip slips. They come in packaging like this. This one's a tan one. And these come from, like I said, a local guy out in Oregon. He's actually local to Oregon City, where Benchmade comes from. And it's like I'm blindfolded. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and refresh this real quick. So I'm gonna pause right there, and I'm gonna refresh this, and then we'll see how it is after that. All right, here we go. Okay, are we back up now? And you guys will have to let me know if it's any better in the chat. Is that the clitoris? Absolutely. You just gotta, you know, flick it a little bit, flicking the bean. You know what I mean? It's the same. Well, hopefully, yeah, I don't know what to say about it, honestly. I really don't. Because I can assure you on my side it says, I mean, I can see that the no better. Yeah. So Molly didn't have the fix. Yeah, I don't get it. Uh, yeah, doesn't really make any sense, but let's check out the old clip slip from Rogue Apparatus. So this one here is a tanned uh, vegetable tan leather. It's got the Rogue Apparatus logo on there, and really sweet pocket clips. You know, very very similar. Or well, the clip itself is the exact same clip that was on the original ones that we got, and you know they're really thin leather, which is awesome. They really kind of have to be broken in, but they're absolutely fantastic, and the guy does excellent work. And yeah, so if you want to pick one of these up, you can absolutely go to OCD4EDC.com, and you know they've got all hand stitched and all that good stuff, with stitches wrapped around the corners. And yeah, the quality on these is really spectacular. So go check them out, OCD4EDC.com, and pick up your clip slip to go along with the Jack Wolf. They are very very beautiful. Molly's using up all the good internet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, the clips on these are really fantastic. They hold in the pocket extremely well, and that was my biggest deal when I was having these made. You know, originally Lancelot Leather made these for us, and then he opted out of that. That was his decision, and so I had to go find a new guy to make them. And honestly, yeah, they're really great. And the clip and how the clip is mounted and all that stuff, we you know did a lot of talking about how that was all going to work out. So the slips work extremely well, but they're fantastic. And so anyway, yeah, if you want to pick one up with your Jack Wolf, go check them out. They're on the website, and we've got some cool ones with some different dyed coloring to them and that sort of stuff. Like this one here is just a regular tan one, but there's some other color variations and that sort of thing. So it's cool. The resolution, there is no option to change resolution for stream output. the only stream setting is normal latency, low latency, and ultra low latency. And I actually switched it to normal latency, which slows things down a little bit, hoping that the uh, yeah, at 7:45, stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent, is what YouTube says. So I don't know. I can tell you that this camera, uh, it can do 4K, but it's filming in 1080. But I can also tell you that YouTube downsamples all live streams to 720p. So the resolution is always 720 on all live streams. That's just the way it is. So yeah, I mean, there's really nothing I can do to fix this problem. And it just has to be an issue with my internet, I guess. Bandwidth is low, I'm guessing, but I'll here, let's see what happens if I do this really quick. Yeah, it's got to be the internet's just slow at the moment. I'm doing a speed test on my internet really quick. I'll tell you guys what it is as soon as it's done. But it seems like, oh yeah, the ping rate right now is 267, and uh, download speeds aren't horrible at the moment. Yeah, got 20.12 down, but oh, upload speeds aren't terrible either. So I don't know. The latency must just be what's killing it. Ping rate's 267 at the moment. Yeah, I mean I got 20 megabytes per second download, and I got 16.84, almost 17 megabytes per second upload speeds. But combined ping rate is, yeah, I think that's probably what's killing us. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know how that works. Huh. See if that helps at all. I don't know. Crazy. Well, I wish. Ooh, that actually might have gotten worse. Maybe, maybe not. Huh. Yeah, no, it actually, the speeds are a little bit less, but the ping rate is much higher or faster. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, I really don't know. The whole internet thing has been a real debacle ever since that stupid ass derecho came through. We used to have really good internet, and then got knocked out by the storm, and now we just have shit, and it is a problem. So, I have very, very limited options where I live for internets. And trust me when I tell you, I have exhausted a lot of time, effort, and resources trying to get the best internet that I can possibly get. Um, so it is what it is. Right on. Well, let's go ahead, and it's all about the ping ping. Yeah. Well, there's, like I said, not a whole lot I can do about it um, at the moment. hopefully we'll, I mean, right now our internet is like a cell based network, and it works great for streaming movies and watching television and all that kind of stuff because all that's over the internet at our house, and all that works perfectly. But when I go to do a live stream, it's hit or miss on how that works out. Okay. All right. So I want to check out and see what kind of factory edges we have on these Jack Wolves here, just to see. Historically, the Jack Wolves haven't been bad, but they haven't been as sharp as they could be. These things are crazy, crazy thin behind the edge. Um, with the hollow grind, I mean, you can just put the most wicked edge on these things, and it's too bad they don't come that way out of the box, but that's okay. Like, there's very few companies that actually get knives really sharp out of the box with the factory edge. So here we go. Let's take a gander. Okay. 120 for the what was this one called again? Oh, the camo carbon Timascus. So 120 on that one. Josh Branson, how you doing, sir? Okay. Here we go. Let's take a gander on this guy. This is the Mars Valley Fat Carbon. Okay. So 145. So we had a one, was it 120 or 125? And then a 145. Very nice. So both of them securely under 200, which is great. And yeah, pretty pumped on those results. Those things are going to be so easy to strop up and sharpen just because of how thin the blade is. And that grind is just, yeah. I mean, you guys know if you've been watching my channel, you guys know I love good hollow grinds and just good blade geometry, period. And it just doesn't, well, yeah, just flat out doesn't get much better than a Jack Wolf these days for blade geometry. Okay. Let's we'll test a couple other knives that I've got here. Just for shits and giggles. I haven't cut anything yet with the Tucson knife in M398. What the hell did I do with that knife? Ah, there it is. We got too many knives laying around. It's probably Molly's fault, but all right, let's see what we got going here on the M398. This thing was really sharp when I first, I don't think I cut anything at all, so Let's see here. $150. And then I've also got a Spyderco Watu that still has a factory edge on it, other than just the very tip I used to open a couple of packages, but just the tip, just to see how it felt. But let's see what we got on the Watu here. So this is 20 CV. Okay, 90. Can't go wrong. Spyderco generally, they don't mess around. And unlike, yeah, they're just different than most manufacturers. Spyderco just, when it comes to heat treats and sharpening, Spyderco does it well. And this little guy here has got just an absolutely crazy thin blade, which is awesome. I kind of forgot how awesome the Watu is. This is an older model, but it's one that, yeah, I just kind of forgotten about how great this knife actually is. So, carbon fiber, 20 CV, deep carry, wire clip. It's uh, it's a good one for sure. Compression lock, and yeah, awesome little knife right there for sure. Eggs and ham, what up, yo? Who is Mrs. OCD saying, telling to lock it up? Certainly, she wouldn't be saying that to me. Speaking of, what time are you going to be home, Molly? Yeah, Nick, the ethnic series is really cool, and the Watu is one of the really excellent models that came out of the ethnic series for sure. For those that don't know, this is a traditional African knife design, and it's a really cool one, definitely. You haven't had this much fun since the pigs ate your baby brother. Um, is that is that the quote from? Oh, I'm trying to remember the movie with the Asian girl that speaks really softly. I can't think of what it is. Doesn't she say something along those lines? You thought this was unsupervised. Well, it is unsupervised with the aspect flight lands at 10:54. Okay. So Molly says her flight lands at 10:54, which means that she won't get home till like midnight probably. By the time she actually gets home, so that works. I still have several hours to get the ladies out of here and get the house cleaned up and all that good stuff. So we still got time. We're in good shape. Home around midnight. Right on. The kitchen is mostly clean, Zach. I already picked up all the stuff. Actually, I mean, like normal. I had to do dishes. I had to do laundry. I had to do all those things. Taking care of all the animals, doing all the housework. It's just status quo around here. You know what I mean? while my wife was off vacationing and gallivanting, and I just had to stay home. And yep, it's just the way it is. Shit. Well, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna grab those files real quick, and we'll check this blade on this knife and see. Well, you know what? We can see how it compares if we get any sort of a good enough comparison between both M398s here. We've got a Spyderco Mule and we've got the Tucson, and we'll see if there's a big difference between them. So I'll be right back. All right, I got the files here, the old Subason files, and we're going to check these out and see what we're working with, if we can get some scratches. We'll go ahead and pull out the mule, and I think, yeah, we'll be able to scratch right there on the lock face, which is great. So I don't need to disassemble, and we'll see how this works out. Now, here, let me move some stuff around here. I'm going to start at an HRC 55. Come on. Does it focus? No? There it goes. There it focused. Okay. HRC 55. We'll start there and see what we get. And we'll actually, before I do that, let me grab a tool. And we will pull the scales. Oop, grab the wrong size. Pull the scales off of the mule real quick, because we'll scratch it under the handle. All right. Okay. So let's start out with the Tucson and the HRC 55 file. And let's see if we get any scratches here. Definitely did not get any scratches with the 55 file. So let's try it on the mule. Definitely not any scratches on the mule either. Okay. So both of them, not surprisingly, are harder than 55. So now let's go to HRC 60. Now, the files are not a super scientific, like, certainly an HRC tester, an actual Rockwell tester would be a better deal here, but this, is just get you close. But let's see real quick. Definitely did not scratch the mule with the HRC 60. And let's see on the Tucson. Okay. It felt a little different with the 60, but I don't really see any scratch there. Um, okay. So I'm saying that the Tucson is closer to a 60 than the Spyderco is for sure, but it's still, I think, harder than a 60. Let me just see. Oh yeah, no scratches. I don't know, I don't know how blurry the video is or not if you guys can see, but where I was scratching, where I was scratching was right in this area right here. So you can see the grind lines there. So we still got no scratches with the HRC 60. Now let's go to the HRC 65. This is the hardest file that we have. Now let's see if we get any scratches on the Spyderco. Okay. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not, but let me get it to focus. Okay. So there are the scratches from the file right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. The video is clear enough. Now I'm going to rub them with my finger and we'll see if they go away. Okay, so you can still faintly, just barely see those scratches right there. If you can see that, just it's super faint, but you can still see them. And which would make sense because I expect that this Spyderco is going to be in the 64 to 65 range HRC. So let's see what we get with the Tucson now. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got, I'm going to try and show this off in the camera. get the focus to work here. Hmm. There you go. You can see the scratch line right there. Maybe. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's kind of it's really hard to see it, but it is there. It didn't scratch it hard. I would say the scratch looks a little bit deeper. But man, it's not. I can't really get my finger in there to wipe the scratch, but okay, yeah, I can still see it. Um, there you go. There you can see the scratch. It's the vertical line because on the lock face here, the grind lines are going uh, horizontally, and so you can see the scratch down the middle. Hopefully, you can see that right there. It's still just ever so faint, and so with this, I would say that if the Spyderco might be a 64 to 65 range. The Tucson is, maybe 62 or 63, something like that. The 60 HRC did not leave a scratch line, and the 65 did, but it also left a scratch line on the Mule. So both of them, I would say, are between 60 and 65. And for the price difference, or for what this knife costs, like I'm under no illusions. I don't think that this M398 will perform or outperform this one. But if this is actually, 62 or higher HRC, it's going to be fantastic. And you got, I put a link in the video that I did with this knife. You can buy this knife for like 149 bucks or something with M398 titanium carbon fiber. Like it's a yeah, it's a steal for 150 bucks. So if you're interested, go and check out the Tucson video that I just posted up the other day. There's links in the description where you can pick that knife up. It is definitely a cool one, and definitely one that is super comfortable in hand. I mean, I really like the size of it. It's good, and the little thumb ramp is fantastic. It's just it's a good knife all the way around. And it's going to be a pretty good test bed. Now it is ground thinner than the Mule. So just to put that into perspective, the the Mule, zero that out. The Mule is about 26 thousandths behind the edge, 27 thou. And the Tucson is 17 thousandths. So it's 10 thousandths behind the edge thinner than the Mule. Uh, so just that alone, it's going to be a lot nicer to sharpen, and just on the geometry itself, it's yeah, it's going to perform. I have no doubts about that. Tri-State stream wasn't an 8-bit today. Yeah, well, sorry. This is just what you deal with when you live out in the country. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I can't do much about it at the moment. So I apologize for the blurry view, but I happen to enjoy living out in the sticks. So it's one of the sacrifices that you make is that the internet is not ideal. You know, we don't have fiber optic out in the country. What's is there a Mr. Javon in the chat? Mr. John Evans? Did I see that in here? I did. Look at that. Nice. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, Mr. Javon. Um, I'm not sure what the fight's all about, but of course, my wife, being her deal, she's egging it on. Nobody puts a baby in a corner. Look at GP coming in here with it's comedic fodder. Right on. Well, I'm glad it's working out well for you. I haven't been paying attention to all the chat here, but trying to scratch some blade steels and what have you. So, did I know that I had some people make some comments on the video that I posted about this knife, saying that the HRC was going to be really low on this knife. And I've never had any M398 from Tucson, so I don't have any way to judge it. This was the first one I've ever had. But what I will say is that a lot of people that make some comments and say things then and will put stuff out there saying that it's good or it's not good or whatever. Most of those people don't really have any way of testing. You know, I quite some time ago I had done some cut testing, but the reality is when you're doing cut test and then your measurement of of testing whether or not the blade is sharp is cutting paper. I can tell you that there is a lot of variation there, and you're just leaving a lot to interpretation. So you really kind of need, a best tester or something that you can actually have hard data points instead of just kind of guessing. Because no matter how well your hand and your arm is calibrated, you're not you're not as sophisticated as some actual testing equipment. So anyway, and this these file set, I mean, this is in no way shape or form as accurate as an actual Rockwell tester, but this is still a lot better than just guessing based on cutting paper and cardboard. So just a little FYI. So there you go. Right on. Yeah. One of the other knives that I opened up on this Tucson unboxing was this new churched up TS 129 with some flame anno, and this one happens to be an M390. Pretty cool knife. This one's just a great knife all the way around. Front flipper, and yeah, they made some improvements to it. offering it with different blade steel with some anodizing. The carbon fiber that's on here is absolutely beautiful. And you can pick this thing up for like that $150 range as well, which is really cool because it's an excellent knife. As a matter of fact, that thing needs a little slick-a-mole. Action's not terrible, but it could definitely be better. So, when in Rome. Yeah, yeah, Nick. There's no doubt that some people, you know, yeah, people bash stuff for all sorts of reasons, and I get it. And I'm not saying that every single knife that they put out is perfect or anything of the sort. And I'm not saying that this one is going to be good. I have no idea. I just anodized the thing, and I will put it to the test. I haven't had time to do that. Um, but I hear people make all sorts of general comments about a brand based off of one person's testing or one person's comments or something. And what I can assure you is that every manufacturer is capable of putting out a piece of shit at one point or another. Even the best manufacturers drop the ball sometimes. And I mean, you don't want that to happen, but it's just the world of manufacturing. And so, if there is a bad knife out there, um, or I'm confident that there is from every manufacturer, not just overseas guys or anything like that, but for those people that are just hardcore, all made in the states and whatnot. Um, I respect it. That's your choice, and uh, for me, is I'm as pro-American as it gets, but I'm also not. I don't have blind loyalty. So just because it was made here, I don't just automatically say it's better than everything else. Because, like I said, I mean, I've seen some real POSs come out of Benchmade. I've seen some real POSs come out of Spyderco, and those are two companies that I love. And I'm not talking shit on them. It's just the truth, and it's just the facts that sometimes they drop the ball, and sometimes you end up with a below average item, whether it be the blade heat treat or blade centering or action or whatever. So they're all capable of screwing up from time to time, but I've got enough samples from all these manufacturers to know that in most cases they do not. The majority of the time they do uh, get it right. I like the fact that Tucson has been doing detent ramps on pretty much every model for quite some time now. They didn't always do that. Certainly not something that you see very often from knife manufacturers. Okay. All right, let me get this pivot screw in here, and then we got a little slick 'em all in there. Excellent. Ideally, I wish that two sons were not made in China. It would make me happier if they were, from really any other country over there. They came from Taiwan or you know, Cambodia or Laos or anything other than China. But uh, I'm also not under any illusions that yeah, I don't even need to get into all of that, I suppose. But oh boy. All right. So this thing, oh yeah. The action here is really fantastic. Absolutely zero blade play. Oh yeah. The old slick 'em all doing it big. Like, yeah, it did not do that before. So, just I'm just saying, if you guys want to check out what some good action on your knife is like, go pick some of this stuff up off the website. It is in stock, and make a nice little stocking stuffer. Plus, because Molly's been on vacation, and she's gonna need stuff to do when she gets back to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you guys might as well go there and place some orders just to break her in right on her first day back from vacation. Right on. Well, I do have a couple other knives that I haven't opened up yet. I don't know if the video is still blurry or not or what, but if you guys want to check them out, we can open them up. If North Korea made them, they would 100% be called Kim Jong Sons. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, if North Korea were making I mean, yeah, North Korea. Bullshit, Molly. Molly's absolutely working tomorrow. Don't let her lie to you guys. Um, but yeah, North Korea. It would be interesting, I guess, to see if North Korea makes any knives. You know how like um, every country, like France has the Open L and the Swiss Army knife. Like there are several countries that have kind of a iconic knife or blade shape or something. I wonder if there's any North Korean knives that are decent at all. All right, so I've got a couple of things here that we can take a gander at. So let's see here. I'll leave a few of these things back, but let's take a gander at this. So a lot of you guys probably already know that there was um, a sale over Thanksgiving, or I think it was right at that time, Thanksgiving time, on Olight's website. And so I went on there and picked up, all I picked up were two knives. I didn't even buy any flashlights, but I got a whole bunch of things. This is not one of the things that I purchased, but they just sent it anyway. This is the Night Claw in blue. Uh, and I've never handled one of these. Honestly, didn't even know that, hadn't even looked at one. The box is stuck. Look at this. This is a seriously nice, tight, white box. Like, who doesn't enjoy a nice, tight, white box? There we go. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, so you got a little shiny foil stuff here. Concealed carry with style. All right. You got the little accessories that go with it. Nice little foam. Okay, so there's a button. Okay, all right. The dogs are going absolutely apeshit. Okay, so earlier there must have been an animal or something out there because now I can hear the truck pulling in the driveway. So Amazon is here right now. It's 8:32 p.m. local time. All right, so here's the back of said claw. It's G10, blue G10. It's got this little whippersnapper thing right there, little swivel dick thing going on, and then it's bedazzled with. I mean, I'm sure that that is an absolute genuine sapphire, right? Confident that it is. Uh, yeah, interesting. Okay, and then how's it work? Oh, the sapphire is the button. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you push the sapphire button and the blade come. Okay, so it's a button. Yeah, it's a button lock. Interesting. I I had not handled one of these. That's something. The Night Claw. Oh, and it's D2 blade steel. Very interesting. Huh. Okay. There you go. Huh. All right. Well, we'll have to take a little gander at that. Maybe we'll bust the sharpness tester back out here in a second and see if we've got a decent edge on the old Night Claw. Okay, and then they sent a couple other things with the package, but I'm not going to open up those right at the moment. However, they sent this box here as well, and this I got for being uh, a diamond member or something, or whatever the membership level is. I can't remember. This is a friendship light. You can see right here it says Friendship 2023. Comes in copper. And I think you just had to be like at a certain member level to even get this. I don't think this is something that they sold. Or at least that's the way I took it. But let's take a gander. All right, so we got a pretty nice tight black box here. Who doesn't love that? Oh yeah, see right there? Not for sale. Not for sale. So you only special folk got this thing. Okay, let's see here. A good friendship is always worth recording. Okay. Game time. Unlock our friendship codes and have fun. Oh, it's, yeah, Morse code. So they sent a little Morse code calculator or cheat sheet here. And this, the Morse code on the side of the box here, I already know that this says friendship. So that's interesting. Okay. And then let's see the light. All right, this is gonna be, what is this? This probably just a single AA light. Huh. Didn't come with any constructions in this guy, but I'm gonna say that this is just a single AA light, and it doesn't even say on there. Okay, that was all it came with. Well, oh, and it's got, okay, it's got it says friendship in Morse code on the side of the light as well. If you can see it right there. It's like machined into the copper on both sides. Oh, yeah, and then it's laser etched right there and says friendship 2023. Right on. Look at that. That's a fancy little guy. So I think I'm just going to leave that in the packaging because maybe we'll, I'll give that away to one of my friends. We'll use it for a giveaway. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Nice tight black box right there. Cannot go wrong with that. Okay. And then this is what I actually bought. So, yeah, let's take a gander at this little real quick. So this is the Rubato 2. Rubato, I don't know. Mr. Rubato. Let's take a little gander. Came with a little coin. The coin says the Rubato 2. It's got a gator on it. Is a Rubato? Is that some kind of an alligator or a crocodile? I don't know. It says O knife on the other side, but let's get into the important part, which is the knife. So this thing is in micarta, 154 cm, sheep's foot blade, blue anodized thumb stud, deep carry fold over pocket clip that is reversible, Axis style lock, riding on bearings. Action is really good right out the box. It's got the tiniest bit of lock stick, but yeah, interesting. I had not handled one of these. It's a little bit, yeah, it it's all right. I get like 3.5 fingers on it. Um, that choil kind of forces it forward in your hand a little bit. So when I have it in my hand, yeah, my pinky's got a place to land there, but yeah, but it feels good. It's comfortable. It's good. I don't know what the blade length is on this old girl. 2.918 inches, so just under 3 inches. And overall, ooh, yeah, 4.2 inches on the handle. So not the greatest handle to blade ratio, and that bears out when you look at it here. You can see that the blade is quite shy. Um, yeah, but that's okay. It's a decent little knife, little sheep's foot blade. So there you go, 154 cm, super thin behind the edge, which is excellent. So that part's Fantastic. Yeah. Let's uh let's see what we got going on these guys. What kind of factory edge we got from O Knife. All right. We'll have to try out the old claw first here and see what we've got for an edge. All right, this is going to be kind of difficult to get in there. Okay, 115. So we do have a sharp little night claw. You know, I mean, I guess I kind of see it. You know, it's a thing. Not necessarily something that I would carry, but you know, to each their own. At least it's actually sharpened, and it you know is a blade. Okay, now the rubato. Let's see what we got going here. 154 cm. Here we go. Okay. 170, 170. So not the greatest edge on the old rubato, but 154 cm ground that fin. It's not going to take much to touch it up. That's for damn sure. We can grab the old Strop'em real quick and see if we can't tune this thing up just a skosh, you know. At a 170. I mean, it's still a sharp knife, don't get me wrong. Just getting spoiled, you know, with all these sub hundo numbers coming out of Spyderco. When I see something above a 150, I'm kind of bummed. Darnell's in the house. What up? G Ball, what up? You have the claw thing. Nice. Is it something that you carry, G Ball? Like, I think it's in the picture or whatever, it came with like a chain or something to put through the dangler. So, you know, I just feel like if I was going to, you know, wear this, especially with the precious sapphire, I mean, I would either have to be like going to my local D&D chapter or something to throw some dice, or I would have to be moving around with some armed guards or whatnot to guard the sacred sapphire there. So you know, I'm not necessarily looking for a bedazzled knife. That's just me, but to each their own. And I don't know if the bedazzling, if that was a special edition or if that's just on all of them or what. But all right, let's see if I did made any improvement to the rubato here. Probably watch it be 280 now. Okay, 125. That's a much more respectable number. So we'll call it right there. That was a decent improvement. So there you go, guys. I don't know. There it is. Oh, it's even got a nail nick. It's got a nail nick in the night claw, which doesn't make any sense because the blade is totally flush. So if you push the button, so you can like push it there and then nail nick it out, I guess. But it does lock up. The lockup is solid. Like it's a well constructed little thing for what it is, you know? Okay, so we got that thing. And we got that one. We got the super sick Mars Valley Jack Wolf. And this one is the Venom Jack in all of its glory. And then we've got the camo carbon Timascus fat carbon in the Venom Jack with the Warncliffe blade. And then we also took a gander at the old Tucson TS 306 in M398. Yeah, and plus I had just a bunch of other random things in here. Taking a look at multiple different things tonight. And because Molly wasn't in here, I don't have to worry about any of my knives going missing. Which honestly, she is the one that needs to be worried because I've been kicking that ass, as per usual. So, it is what it is. Nice little black envelope style embroidered knife pouch for the old rubato. So that's cool. But yeah, well, hopefully you guys sorry about the bad blurry stuff. You guys, it'll probably be good after it posts because the camera's good and all that part's good. So the video will probably look way better probably a few minutes after this thing I end the live stream and it like finishes doing whatever it does. So you guys can always just go back and watch it again. Oh shit. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us or hanging out with me tonight. I've been home alone, just doing some work here and there, and just trying to get caught back up on a bunch of work stuff. And so it's been good. And hopefully my daughter and my wife had a good time down in Florida seeing our son. I didn't really talk to her all that much. I know that I did talk to her briefly today, but so I know overall the trip went pretty well. But she's getting on an airplane right now to finish her flight home, and she'll be home in a couple hours. So thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, we will catch you next time. If you want to pick up any of the Jack Wolf models, which there are three other models as well, three other colorways, but go send us an email OCD for or info at ocdforedc.com, and you can reserve the specific colorway that you want of Jack Wolf model. And these will ship out before Christmas. So, get a bitchin' Christmas present. So there you go, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, and we will catch you next time. Peace.